you said, our properties. We try to make them better for the residents, for the community. So we always want to leave things better and do our part.
And we thought this was a good way to really come up with a mechanism that gives a little bit of extra. An investor, of course, wants to invest their money to make money. At the same point in time, they can feel good about how they do that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Road Less Traveled Show. I'm Frank Pishler, the Director of Investor Relations here at Park Capital Partners. And today we're going to be doing a different kind of a show. We have a special topic we're going to cover, and obviously different than our usual approach. Today, I'll be serving as host. We're going to flip the script a little bit, and we're going to have Bill and Richard as our guests. We'll also be talking about some initiatives that Park Capital Partners has been working on. Welcome to our show, guys, and welcome as the guests.
Great. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Frank. Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
So I'm guessing that today we're not going to go into the origins of your story. Is that right?
Not today. We may say that and do that on a future show, but that's not the topic for today.
I got you. So what are we going to talk about?
Well, two things, Frank. First, we'd like to announce that Park Capital Partners is about to launch our value add fund.
And the second thing we'd like to also mention is that Park Capital Partners is proud to announce that we have created the Park Capital Partners Foundation. That is a nonprofit we have created.
Well, that sounds like exciting stuff. I guess we're just going to tease us a little bit about that fund, huh, Bill?
We'll be able to discuss a little bit more of that later, soon.
So that's big news on two fronts, right? The fund and the foundation. But I think today we'd like to talk a little bit more about the foundation because we have some more information to tell the listeners about. So let's dig into that a little bit more. Can you tell me about the foundation and what it's all about?
Absolutely, Frank. Yeah, happy to discuss it. We are, again, very proud to announce that we have created the Park Capital Partners Foundation Incorporated. It is a 501(c) nonprofit foundation we've created for the purpose of giving back. We believe very strongly that we're all blessed in our lives, and we have so many things in this wonderful country we live in. So Park Capital Partners believes that it's our duty and our responsibility to give back, and therefore we've created this foundation.
Yeah, obviously, I agree wholeheartedly. We are all very lucky and to have a chance to give back, both as a firm and as a investment firm. That's a wonderful thing. So, how exactly does it work? Can you tell me a little bit about? Are you guys paying for the foundation, or?
Yeah, we're going to do a couple things that we believe are very important. First of all, we all know that foundations have some overhead. They have employees, they have advertising to attract donors and things like that. And of course, there's accounting and taxes that have to be filed. Well, we want to keep this thing moving as efficiently as possible. So, and so that most of the money, as much of the money as possible, will go to the places intended to help others. So Park Capital Partners is actually going to be funding and paying for the foundation. That means we're going to be paying for its operating costs rather than the foundation having to find a way to raise the money to support its operating costs. Park Capital Partners will also be given a portion of our profits to this foundation. Wow. And, Bill and I will, and we'll also be personally donating to the foundation. And finally, the thing that we think is most important about this is that we've actually made a commitment as well that when an investor invests with Park Capital Partners, we, Park Capital Partners, will make a donation to honor that investor for being part of this fund, the Future Fund. And what that means is that we're gonna actually donate money to honor that investor, and we're gonna give the investor some choice in where that money goes. Because we know that people have different things they feel passionate about. So we've curated a list of about 15 different other charities that the investor can pick from, and we will donate to that charity to honor the investor.
Well, that's great. You guys obviously are trying to do some really nice things and obviously not only help the investors diversify their portfolio, help them get into real estate syndication, but also have a chance to give back. And you guys are going to be part of that too. So that's really exciting news. So I know that you mentioned how you guys will be involved in the donation process of the foundation you created, but can investors also donate?
Eventually, the answer is yes. So that is a future thing that is coming as we finish getting everything all ready to go. But in the future, if an investor would like to actually, make a direct donation to the foundation, they will be able to do so in the future. We're getting further things set up to be able to handle that down the road. Eventually, there will be a donate now button or whatever on the website. It's not quite ready to go yet, but that will be a future thing where, if the investor would like to put an extra money in and therefore get the tax deduction themselves, they'll be able to do that.
Well, that's really exciting. And I'm so glad to be part of a company that's obviously being socially conscious like this. But I'm curious, what's the origin of this kind of foundation idea that you guys had? Where did it all come from?
Well, it's something that I think, we have thought about for a long time, just in terms of how can we do something to give back. And we know that investors are very socially conscious these days and care about where they spend their money. They care about where they invest their money, things like that. And we thought this was a good way to really come up with a mechanism that gives a little bit of extra. An investor, of course, wants to invest their money to make money. At the same point in time, they can feel good about how they do that. We decided to kind of go the route of identifying already existing charities rather than trying to create a new competing charity that focuses on one thing. Our idea was that we'll pull together 15 different charities that we know are the type of things people care about, and therefore give the investor a chance to pick and designate where those funds would go. So again, that's where it's all from.
Wow, that's great. One of the things I've always been impressed with at Park Capital Partners is the opportunities and the choices that you guys provide, right? I mean, not only are we delivering the opportunity for folks to get involved in commercial real estate, but we're offering great returns. We're also improving the communities that we purchase and acquire through our different ventures and that type of thing. And now we're expanding it into the charitable and socially conscious realm, right? Now we're giving people choices not only on how they invest and what they invest in, but also a chance to give back and obviously give back to the charities that mean most to them. So I think that's really awesome. And I think you guys should be really proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's kind of been like you said, Park Capital Partners from the beginning. We always believe in giving back. Like the new fund is just the latest version of that. We run meetup groups to help local investors. Like you said, our properties, we try to make them better for the residents, for the community. So we always want to leave things better and do our part.
So I hate to be one of those intrusive reporter types, but you keep mentioning this fund. Is there anything more you can tell us about it, or is it kind of something we got to wait and see on?
Wait and see. We're close. It's not an if, it's a when. We're in the last few weeks of paperwork. We'll have that finished up soon. More to announce, but we're very excited about the opportunity we're going to have with that, and we'll definitely have a follow up podcast here to announce the fund when it's time.
Yeah. Hey Frank, let me tell you real quick about. We'll put all this in the show notes, but again, just to give the investors a sense of the charities that are involved here, the 15 that we've picked. Let me just give that list real quickly.
Sure.
Again, obviously, part of our mission at Park Capital, as Bill said, and as you called out as well, is that we work to improve the apartments that we acquire. So we care about where people live, and we want to make these. This is where people live. This is their home. So we want to make those apartment communities as nice as possible. But in addition, we've kind of come up with this list of the 15 different charities, and they kind of fall into really 5 different buckets. So first, along the lines of really helping to provide food and shelter for folks who are in need and disaster relief, we've identified the National Alliance to End Homelessness, Feeding America, which is a funnel organization that feeds local food banks all around the country, Samaritan's Purse, American Red Cross, Elbin Charities, Western Carolina Rescue Mission, Asheville-Buncombe County Christian Ministries, along the lines of really trying to help end violence and cruelty, Operation Underground Railroad, No More, the American Society to Prevent Cruelty to Animals, along the lines of helping our veterans. There's the Wounded Warrior Project, helping to end disease. We've identified St. Jude's Children's Hospital, American Cancer Society, and the Alzheimer's Foundation. And lastly, on the planet, There's an organization called One Tree Planted. So those are the organizations we've identified, and we're pleased to be doing this.
That's great. I mean, from the list that you read, it sounds like no matter what your kind of social conscience direction is, you have a chance to give back to the things that mean most to you, whether it's, helping out wounded warriors or pets, or helping create a better environment, or, children with obviously with illnesses at St. Jude's. It sounds like a great kind of swath of different charities. So kind of like, you've given people a chance to be part of anything that they really might find important.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's great. So it sounds like there's a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon, not only this foundation, but this fund that we can't talk about right now, which I think is very exciting. And I'm sure that our investors will find it to be very exciting too. So hopefully in the future, we'll be talking more about that. But in the meantime, how can listeners find out more about Capital Partners Foundation? Or Capital Partners Foundation, sorry.
Yeah, they can go to our website is an excellent place for it. So it's www.parkcapitalpartnersllc.com. And we'll have a link there in the future, like Richard said, to be able to directly contribute and also learn more about the foundation, more about the fund, more about who we are and what we stand for. Or you can reach out directly to us, Richard at parkcapitalpartnersllc.com, or my email at bill@parkcapitalpartnersllc.com. I'm always glad to have a conversation and look forward to speaking with everyone.
Well, that's great. Guys, listen, I appreciate so much you guys giving me the wheel to steer the ship today, and can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you acting as the guest and giving us this information. I think that it's a lot of good stuff happening at Park Capital Partners, and I can't wait for the future. And I just want to thank you guys again, and of course, all the listeners that are tuning in today.
Absolutely.
That's right. Thank you, Frank, for hosting today. Really appreciate it. And again, remember, the road less traveled may be calling you. We recommend that you listen and take action. Thanks for joining, folks. And please check out our webpage to find out more about the Park Capital Partners Foundation and the fund. Thanks for joining.